With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the 1st down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved. And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen. Now Ryan on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time. That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. It's caught, Jones. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. 2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now it's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 37. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones from 3 yards out. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. To throw again is Ryan. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2 and you get it. Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go play action with Wilson, being chased out left. Oh, he's going to throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They were looking for Marshall that time.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Falcons coming back onto the field here. And earlier we gave a dubious stat about Matt Ryan. How about a dubious team stat after that loss last week, Charles? Falcons, first team since 1966 to score 36 points or more in back-to-back weeks and lose both games.
Well, that doesn't even make any sense because their head coach, Dan Quinn, what's his background? Defense. And normally that comes out and shines for him. But they've had a lot of injuries on that side of the ball, lost some key personnel. Let's give them some good news, though. Julio Jones leading the league in yards with 502. No touchdowns, though. They've got to get him in the end zone. And the rookie, Calvin Ridley, leads the league in touchdowns with 6. That's pretty impressive.
It is interesting, though. Julio Jones on pace for 2,000 yards, but no scores. On first down, Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
There's the offensive play call.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today,
the gap pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Vic Beasley in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. And Daniels has it left side. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Open man, it's Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Buying time to his left. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And the tight end Dixon left side. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On second down, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now it's Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Pete Carroll, no stranger to rolling the dice. He'll roll it again. Fourth down, they're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Again, Wilson out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Carson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again is Wilson. On the move to his left. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Wilson will throw again. Incomplete. He was looking for Daniels that time, and it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They get it to him running left, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. From the gun, it's Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Out to kick is Janikowski. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10. Second and 10 now. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10.
Hey, Tuesday.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Now Wilson toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The tight end Ed Dixon was the target, and that'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept him in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. After the interception, here's Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it again. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so things have to flip the field in order to open up that running lane again.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. There, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Wilson dancing to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Ryan looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jaron Reed continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, Ryan. He's going to let this one go deep. This is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Steps away to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here's Wilson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Daniels. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson being chased out left. And Dixon has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ed Dixon from 17 yards out. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. All right, now the Seahawks face a big two-point conversion attempt. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
22!
Right back to it on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Here's Ryan. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Ryan. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Derek Shelby in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. One last shot for Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes.
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.